Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Friday, December 23rd, 2022 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi, and our energy mantra for today is I move with the responsibility of love. And that reminds me, I don't even know who says that quote, but do all things with love. That is our energy today as we are in new moon, planting seeds. And I always say the new moon of Capricorn is one of the most powerful new moons of the year, because Capricorn is where we learn to manifest. I'm thinking about that as I'm saying it. You know, the Taurus energy is where we learn how to produce and do it ourselves. And Virgo energy is we have perfected the doing it ourselves, right? But Capricorn's well, maybe I don't have to do it all myself. This is a co-creation that's happening, at least at the highest level of Capricorn, right? This is co-creation with the universe. So let me manifest with the responsibility of love. Do all things with love. That is the energy today. We have a new moon happening in Capricorn, like I said, at 2:17 a.m. Pacific time. I am sorry I'm getting this scope up kind of late. It has been a day. It is in the negatives here, as I'm sure it is for many of you as well, weather-wise. So it is chilly. We're staying warm over here. We're doing our best to stay warm. This new moon is actually the peak of the day, although we also have Chiron going direct today. And Jupiter in Aries, so Chiron's in Aries going direct. Jupiter in Aries is part of this new moon. Jupiter is squaring this energy. This new moon is at 1 degree. And Chiron is, or not Chiron, sorry. Chiron's at 11 degrees. Jupiter is at 0 degrees. And so it's squaring this energy. But as we have Chiron going direct in this new moon energy at 11 degrees and Jupiter enhancing, we have I am. And you have probably heard me say this so many times. One of my favorite Rumi quotes is, "You are the soul of the universe, and your name is love." Remembering that, manifesting from that, setting intention from that, planting seeds of any kind, whether you are planting a cucumber or you are planting intentional seeds with the energy of love. That is what we are being reminded of in the energy today. I'm just realizing that I did not grab my Sabian symbol book because I was like, let me get this done. Let me do this. So my screen's going to go dark as I pull up the Sabian symbol. The Sabian symbol for 1 degree is an Indian chief claims power from the assembled tribe. And this reminds me so much of the world. So much of how attention to things is part of manifestation, is part of putting power into something. And so when I read that Sabian symbol, I was like, oh, so what happens when we take the power of love, instead of feeding this energy that we give into society, into its rules, into the unfairness, into the unbalance, into any of that we might complain about, and feed that energy into love, and then lead and be led from that place. Being purposeful on purpose from that place. That is, to me, the power of this new moon, because we remember love is who we truly are. And in this square, it might be like, but I'm also this. I'm also angry. I'm also this. I'm also feeling these things. Those are filters that you put on, right? Yeah, that's part of you, and it's a filter. This is your truest essence, that love energy. And remembering that in this, as you set these intentions, is just super powerful. Mufasa, remember who you are. Was it Mufasa who said that? I think it is. And then Rafiki is like, it is time, right? Remember who you are. You are the soul of the universe, and your name is love. So very powerful energy. Now, it doesn't mean in this square that we have with Jupiter, you may feel the pushback. You may feel pushed against when you try to engage with love. I don't know if the world in general is ready for full forced love, truly. And yet, no longer can we let that make us hold that back. Instead, we have to keep being like, I see you, and here is who I am. I see you, and here is who I am. And I think that's going to be a greater calling of Pluto in Aquarius, which we'll dig into when that comes around. So like I said, the new moon is happening at 2:17, Chiron direct at 12:40 a.m., just a little bit before that. Like I said, at 11 degrees. Chiron direct, we've been undercover, going within for the last 5-ish months. Chiron's been retrograde since July 19th in Aries, going within. Who am I really? Who am I? How am I being called to show up? How am I being called to take action when I am my authentic self? And again, we have multiple filters to be aware of, but remembering the heart, the soul of you, and letting yourself move forward in that energy is part of this Chiron direct. Now, unless Chiron's sitting right on top of your stuff, which I have a few clients who Chiron's, right on top of your stuff right there at 11 degrees. But unless it's right there with you, you may not necessarily feel this. And yet, being intentional about moving forward in the way of love will be very potent in this. Now, again, because I am Forgetful Jones, if you remember that, Forgetful Jones over here, I did not grab my cards before sitting down to record. Again, I was like, just do it. Just do it, because I wanted to put my love out here, right? I pulled, again, from the Tarot of Oneness. The Tarot of Oneness. The Spirit of Cups, which is the receptivity card. Because I don't know these cards so well yet. But I was like, I know this is Cups, and I believe this is, I'm feeling like this is probably Queen of Cups energy. And it is. Queen of Cups energy. Filling your cup of love and then letting that love pour over. But in the Osho deck, it's the receptivity card. It's allowing yourself to receive the love of the universe. And I think that's part of manifestation as well. And the power of Capricorn to tap into in this energy is part of manifestation, is allowing yourself to receive. And so just a little bit of this write-up, which matches so much with where I was going with this. Lead with your heart. Tune into the divine guidance. Let's see. Be warm, sensitive, compassionate. Keep your own energy field grounded while holding space for others to express themselves freely. That's the ultimate, right? You can be trusted for impeccable guidance and support. Let's see. The keywords, I'll just read you those. Nurturing mother energy, empathetic, sensitive, compassionate, caring, emotionally stable, go with the flow, intuitive, hold space for others, lead with your heart, and in tune with your inner guidance. So that is the energy that we want to embrace. Some stingray energy. Interesting. Stingray in here says stingrays are able to navigate darker spaces and adapt quickly to changing environments. They flow with grace through the seas and are considered wise, alert, and highly attuned. Beautiful. And coral. Coral teaches patience. I mentioned that yesterday, but that's part of manifestation, is the patience to allow yourself to receive in universe timing, right? So coral. Coral teaches you patience. When in a nurturing environment, it flourishes through symbiotic relationship and exposure to light. Coral also represents power, coming from a strong sense of being grounded. So, beautiful energies to support us in this new moon. Now, I want to remind you, in this new moon energy, that I will also be doing our third week with Nikki and Ryan, solar plexus energy, tuning into our power center. So, come join us on Gaia Blooming, noon Central, 10 a.m. Pacific, 11 Mountain Time, 1 p.m. Eastern. And I'm sorry for elsewhere. I'm not good with time zones, but come join us on the Gaia Blooming or YouTube. Besides that, you can book a reading. It's not too late to buy a gift certificate for a loved one this holiday season. Email me for that. And the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and honor your values. Namaste.